name is Phil Hudson. I live at W1150N102 Winsong Circle West. My wife and I have lived at this address for approximately 18 years. Our daughter was born at Community Memorial Hospital, and this is the only home that she's known. This fall, she began her freshman year at Germantown High School. I'm proud to call Germantown, Wisconsin my home. I'm grateful for the thoughtful and thorough discussion about the future of the public land in front of Kinderberg Park. Because the proposed development involves the future restriction of undeveloped public land, I believe that we must be 100% confident that the use will benefit the citizens of our community for generations to come. While I'm strongly opposed to the development of this plot of public land, I realize that tonight we are here to speak for or against a specific plan brought forth by Viridian Homes of Madison. There are clear and unequivocal reasons as to why the proposed development must be rejected. In December of 2018, the village board changed the land use classification from park recreation to low-density residential. I have read the section of the 2020 Smart Growth Plan regarding low-density residential. I believe that it clearly states that in order to meet this criteria, any development must have an average size of at least 20,000 feet per lot. Further, our village has required that any new development must match subdivisions that have already been established. Viridian Homes has put forth 3 proposals. All 3 of these proposals have failed to match established criteria. I'd like to look at the proposed plat map, please, if we could do that. Thank you. If we use the dimensions provided by Viridian Homes, we can see that the average size is approximately 19,100 square feet. But we can also see something else. If we look at lots 1, 7, and 8, we can see that drainage areas have been included in the size of residential lots. Village standards prohibit this. Once the drainage areas are properly accounted for, the lot sizes will shrink. Thus, stating the lot size has an average of 19,100 square feet is not accurate. Remember, there is also a requirement that states that any new development must match what previously exists. This proposed subdivision fails. In order to demonstrate, I created a map. If we look at the Winsong subdivision, we can see that there are 0 lots of 15,102 square feet or less. 0. If we look at the Preserve subdivision, we can also see that there are 0 lots of this size. In all of Heritage Hills, there are only 8 lots which match this criteria. Looking at the Viridian proposal, which has proposed lots of 24 lots, we can see that at least 6 will be this size. Once the drainage areas are properly accounted for, this number may grow. So at least 25% of the lots in the proposed subdivision will be that small. And we can also see that most of them will be right against Kinderberg Park, that red wall right there. There are 314 existing homes in Winsong, Preserves, and Heritage Hills on this map. Only 8 of them have lot sizes of 15,102 square feet. This equals 2.55%. For those of you who would say that the proposed subdivision is similar to what exists, I'd like to remind you that Winsong has 0% of this size lots, Preserve has 0% of this size lots, Heritage Hills has approximately 8%, and the proposed subdivision, at least 25% will have these small lots. I ask, how can this be viewed as consistent with the surrounding neighborhoods? The answer is simple. It can't because it's not. Further, I'm distressed to learn that Viridian Homes will be incorporating vinyl siding into this development. Neither Winsong nor Preserves allows vinyl sidings. So we're asked to approve a development which features minimal setbacks, small lots, zero green space, and vinyl siding, the answer should be a resounding no. It does not fit. Kinderberg Park is a jewel. I don't know how many of you have been able to visit there and watch the fireworks on the 4th of July, or watch your children or grandchildren run through the splash pad. The pavilion has been rented almost every weekend this summer. Countless baseball games are played there. This park is what youth is all about. The park represents everything that's good and wholesome in our community. When Viridian Homes began filling at this site, they dumped fist-sized rocks across the sidewalk. This is a perfect metaphor for what this developer thinks of Germantown. They didn't care about families pushing strollers who use the sidewalk to get to the park. They don't care about runners who run in the park, and they don't care about nonprofit organizations who use this park to walk. They never thought about the people who make up our community. They didn't think about them because they see our park as a commodity to be sold to whatever person will pay the bid. Even the name of the proposed subdivision uses our park as a commodity, the Meadows at Kinderberg. I'd like to remind you that as of yet, not a single private Germantown citizen has spoken in support of this proposal. This proposal has little, if any, community support. Jeff Holmes has spoken in favor of this proposal. The president of the school board has spoken in favor of this proposal. Viridian Homes has spoken in favor of this proposal. What none of these proponents have said is how the proposed development will benefit the surrounding area. They have not said the lot sizes are equal. They have not commented on the lack of open space. They have not commented on the use of vinyl siding. They have not commented on reduced setbacks. They have not stated that the proposed subdivision fits with what's already there, and they have not commented on small lots. They may speak eloquently about children and revenue sources and funding and the needs of the citizens who live in Jackson and Polk and Richfield. And I have nothing against any of these things. But these things have nothing to do with this proposed development. Nothing at all. For this discussion, those issues are irrelevant. I urge the village board to look at what the facts say. They clearly say that this development does not fit. You must vote no. Thank you for your time.